Hello viewers, this is your host Kofi. Welcome to my channel Daybreak Again. This is my first video that I'm making, and I have actually posted two presentations on my channel already, but this is my official first YouTube video. Welcome again. Please consider to subscribe and hit the bell icon, so that anytime I post something, you can see it right away. Please also consider to share. Today's video, I am going to give you some top tips about traveling to Ghana specifically. Some information contained in this video will also be important, not just for Ghana, but if you are someone who travels around, you move from one country to another country, yes, you can get some knowledge as well from here. Some tips will also help you. So, though it's going to be I'm going to talk about Ghana, you'll still get some knowledge in general. Welcome again to Daybreak Again channel. I am your host, Kofi. So, first of all, when you want to travel to any country, you first have to acquire the very basic things: passport and a visa. Then you have to do some research even before acquiring the visa. Passport is just basic for everybody to get one. So before even acquiring the visa, you have to do your own research. Now you can get on the internet. Google is there, YouTube is there, other platforms are there for you to gain knowledge. Just do your own research about the place where you want to visit. Read about it, okay? Know the type of culture they have, the type of food they have, the type of people they have, even the languages and the dialects they have. At the beginning of 2019, the government of Ghana, led by His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo Dankwa, launched a campaign in the US of A that 2019 is declared as the year of return to Ghana. A year of return for people of African descent to come back to Ghana. What is the mission with this year of return? It is understood that 2019 marks 400 years when the slave trade started. So in 1619, that is when slave trade from Africa started. And 2019 marks 400 years. So in order to remember this event that took place, or to mark the commemoration of it, they declared 2019 as the year of return. This campaign has seen a lot of world popular figures, celebrities, politicians travel to Ghana to have the experience about how the slave trade all took place. Ghana is a country of cosmopolitan cities and towns. We have villages as well. So the lifestyle is such that there is the village lifestyle, there is small towns, which is an upgrade from the village, and then you come to big towns and then big cities. Ghana has beaches along the coastal areas. Ghana has remote nature reserves full of exotic wildlife. Ghana is a country steeped in a rich history. Most importantly, the colonial trading forts or castles that still exist, serving as evidence, bold evidence for the suffering that came upon Africans, for the suffering that came upon black people in Ghana and around Africa, West Africa. Along the shores of Ghana are these forts and castles. They are pieces of histories now. And that is where people go to visit. They go to see where our ancestors were kept before they were shipped overseas into the Americas. The campaign for people to come home, the campaign for black people to return to Ghana, the campaign for African descendants living in the diaspora is not only for them to come and experience or to come and join in the activities of this commemoration, but it is also to present Ghana to its own people from the diaspora. They are people of Ghana. They are people of many African nations. They present to them Ghana and the opportunities that are available. Okay, so when you want to travel to Ghana, maybe I don't know what your intentions are, but then if you're only going for vacation, that is possible. If you're only going to have the experience or to learn about the slave trade that took place, that is also there for you to do. If you want to go and do your own research about business opportunities, that is also there for you to do. And of course, you can do all these things when you go out there. All you have to do is to do your research. Now, before you go to Ghana, it is prudent, it is wise to say that in your little research that you do, look out for the most common language and dialects, because that will help you to navigate, that will help you to communicate with the people you come into contact with the locals, with the natives. English is the official language of Ghana. It is English because Ghana was colonized by the British. So in Ghana, English is the official language for day-to-day affairs. There are a lot of local dialects. These dialects are spoken by different tribes. The most common of these dialects is Twi, T-W-I. So I recommend that, being the most common dialect that you can communicate with almost everybody, because a lot of people speak it, I recommend that you use Google Translate just to find ways, or just to learn the translation of very common phrases. I should tell you that greetings is very important in the Ghanaian society. People say hi, people say hello, people say good morning, good afternoon, people say good evening. So I recommend for you that you use Google Translation to find the way these things are mentioned and said in the Ghanaian dialect, that is the Twi. Like I said, there are so many dialects that are spoken, but the most common that is spoken almost everywhere is the Twi, T-W-I. So you can translate from English to Twi using Google Translation. and you can find the meaning of common phrases in English, and then you take notes and learn something. Okay, now another important thing, respect is a huge thing. The locals, they respect themselves. As a foreigner, it is wise that you show respect to the natives. A lot of times people have experienced this. They travel from the Western world into parts of Africa and other parts of the world, and they want to show the natives that they come from a better place. It happens. It happens because Africa and other places are called the third world country. Show respect and people will respect you back. And that is how you will find your way. That is how you can connect with the locals. And that is the way you can have a happy experience during your stay or your visit. Another important thing is that in Ghana, everybody has a name, one common name that is given based on the day of the week that you were born. And these names applies to both females and males. For instance, my name is Kofi. My common name is Kofi. For Kofi, Kofi, means a male that is born on a Friday. So for each day of the week, there is a name for it. So just Google your birthday and see which day it falls on. Now, Google again that what is the name given to a female born on this day, the day on which you were born, and it will tell you. So when you go and they ask of your name, because you will meet tons and tons of people asking of your name. Okay, what is your name? After you mention your name, surprise them by saying, but my Ghanaian name is Kofi. My Ghanaian name is Kwame. My Ghanaian name is Ya. When you're able to do these things, the people already feel and know that you are a foreigner who have already accepted the culture. And that is when everybody will mingle with you. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Trust me, when you are in a foreign land, you need some connections. You need to connect to people, and they will help you out whenever there is the need. So if you're able to do stuff like that, that will help you. Now, food. We are huge on food. A lot of delicious food and meals out there. But you have to look into it as well. Look, just do your research on Google. Research about the most common food, the most delicious food in Ghana. Go on YouTube. YouTube will show you tutorials of how these foods are made. You can even catch a very important thing, and that is allergy. If you're allergic to something, when you watch YouTube videos and you see how these meals are prepared, you get to know the ingredients and everything that goes in there. So if you are allergic to something, you will know that, okay, when you're out there, because they use this substance or this and that to prepare this meal, I am not going to eat because there's something in there that I am allergic to. That will also help you. With that being said, my recommendations for Ghanaian meals, Ghanaian common meals that everybody enjoy eating, it's one, jollof. It's made with rice. 2, is fufu. 3 is what we called red red. Red red is more of a nickname for that food. It is made with black-eyed beans and plantain, fried red plantain. That is why we call it red red. There is also the kenkey. You eat kenkey with either hot sauce and fish, fried fish, or meat. Something similar, another food similar to the kenkey is called banku. You can eat with okra stew or soup, hot sauce and fish as well. So when you get to look these things up, they say knowledge is power, right? So you get to understand, you get to see pictures, you get to see on YouTube videos of people making it or people eating it, and then you can start to develop some interest for things that you see or read about. Things you can start making your wish list. The lifestyle, I have already mentioned it, but the lifestyle in Ghana, it's either, if you want more of urban life, then you will seek to live in the big towns and big cities. And then there are small towns which is not like very vibrant like the urban life in the cities. And then there's the village life, which is very relaxed and very quiet over there, and not so much goes on, just a few locals in small villages. But in our language we say it takes a village to raise a nation. People have different variations of it, because that is where everything starts. If you really want to learn about the culture, if you really want to know about certain systems and how things work out, the village will be a good place to start from before you get over to the city life, which will be very similar to probably wherever you came from, if you come from a big city. When you are complete, or you are through with your research, and you are satisfied with the information on the knowledge that you have, and then you can proceed to go get your visa. The visa, you have to apply for the visa from the Ghana embassy in your country. Some call it embassy, some call it consulate. For instance, in the US, they have 2 of the offices where you can apply for a visa. There's one location in New York, and another location, I think the main one is in Washington DC. You can apply online, and I'm going to read out the website to you. Ghana Embassy dc.org. That is www.ghanaembassydc.org, or www.ghanaconsulate.newyork, ghanaconsulate.newyork.org. These are the 2 places you can apply for your visa. And when you go on the site, they will give you instructions as to how to apply for the visa. If you are somebody interested to travel multiple times going to Ghana, I recommend that you get the multiple visa, and that will depend wherever you are. Or you can just get a single entry visa if you are not so sure that you want to go more than once. You can just get a single entry visa. So with all this, if you're able to do your research a little bit, know about the lifestyle, know about the geographical area, know about the official language, know about the types of local dialect, and then learn some common phrases in the most common dialects, because it's a lot of them. You cannot learn everything, but then you find which is the most common that is spoken. And I've already told you, Twi is the most common. TWI. Go to Google. Also, you can. There is a Twi dictionary. If you Google Twi dictionary, TWI dictionary, Google will present you a Twi dictionary, and then you can translate from English to Twi and learn some common phrases that will help you. Like I mentioned, greetings is very important in the Ghanaian society. Saying please, showing respect, those things you can learn and then take note of it. So once you are there, you can just be as effective as anybody going there for the first time or multiple times. One advice I will also give, or one recommendation that I will give, is that the country in which you are coming from has its own embassy. The country that you are coming from has its own embassy in Ghana. Likely, most likely, there are consulates and embassies for the country which you are coming from. It is recommended, or it is a wise thing to do, that if you are visiting, you report to the embassy or the consulate of your country. That is where your country's ambassador to Ghana is. You let them know you are there to visit, so that in case this is a general information. It doesn't matter if it is Ghana you are going or any other country. It is wise that when you are traveling from one country to the other, when you get there, you go to your country's embassy, wherever it is located, and just report that you have come to this place for a few days, a month or two, or a week or so. So they will know. In case anything happens, nobody knows tomorrow. In case there is a natural disaster, in case there's anything, they can contact you. They can be of help, or they can provide the necessary process that you need. It's not about any natural disaster, but even if you want to get around, you can start from there, because they live there. The people who work there, they live there. They know the system. They know, so they can recommend things to you. They can give you information that will be very helpful to you. So it is wise to start from your own people, because there are people from your country who are stationed there in the office to work. So you go to the embassy, and then you'll find out some informations that will be very important for your stay, as well as informing them of how long you will be staying. And I think whenever you need their help, they can be of help. Accra, the capital city of Ghana, is the port of entry into Ghana. So when you are buying your ticket, make sure that you are choosing Accra, Ghana, Kotoka International Airport. That is where you will first enter Ghana through. From there, you can make arrangements to go to anywhere you want to go, with Uber, with taxis. We have what we call the trotro lorries, some buses, and where the need be, there are flights to some other cities as well. So just know that. I think I have covered most of the things that is very vital for you to be equipped with before you make your trip to Ghana. So just follow these steps if it is your first time. And even if it's not your first time, knowledge is still power. I hope this video will help you prepare your trip well. This video will help you to gain the knowledge sort of that you need to prepare yourself to travel to Ghana, maybe for the first time or for multiple times. I hope that it helped in every other way. Please like this video. Please share this video. Please consider subscribing so I can bring out more relevant videos like this.